Rukus Avenue Radio.
What's up? I'm Waqqas, and you're listening to Rukus Avenue Radio.
Namaste and hello, Rukus Avenue Radio listeners. This is Priyadarshini G, your Rukus Avenue Radio correspondent. Today we're live at the Dash Studios on Hollywood Boulevard with a very special spotlight for today. We have an artist spotlight with singer-songwriter Waqqas. So Waqqas, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for, hanging in there with us with all the scheduling. You know how it is in Hollywood. Things change last minute.
Yeah, you got to learn to adapt. That's all it is.
Of course. And with a smile, too, right? You can't be all stank face on it. So thank you for being such a wonderful guest. So I'm going to give a little bit of a background on today's artist spotlight, Waqqas. He is a Pakistani-American recording artist, songwriter, that bridges the gap between South Asian and Western pop culture. Always knowing he wanted to entertain, Waqqas only started pursuing his love for music after high school when he was able to start funding everything himself. Not long after, what started as a hobby and passion to help escape from the world turned into a career path following tons of positive feedback. Today, after co-signs from the likes of The Game and Bow Wow, sharing stages with artists like Young Thug and Ali Zafar, multiple radio plays, over 350,000 worldwide streams, and over 400,000 views on TikTok, Waqqas welcomes a wide audience from different cultures as the only Pakistani West Coast rapper making music in both English and Punjabi and even sometimes Spanish. So Waqqas, What a repertoire. That's amazing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, that's awesome. I feel like that was not only a mouthful, but it probably took you like a whole life span journey to build up that one paragraph, right?
Yeah, it's been a process for real.
I bet. So all right, so
everything.
tell me what was your journey like as an artist?
Probably mine was super unorthodox. So, my background is very conservative.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've always wanted to do stuff since I was younger. Mm-hmm. But kind of maybe like the independent side of it. Like it wasn't like something I could tell my parents, hey, look, can y'all buy me a microphone so I can start recording and this and that.
Really?
They don't believe
that
in that
conservative?
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can't. What's the word? Like if you don't closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on me for never asking, but I never wanted to ask. You know what I'm saying? So I finally got a job after high school after trying since sophomore year, and then bought a little starter kit off Amazon. My homie Crook kind of just showed me how to get started in recording, and it went from there. And then now just through all the hurdles and stuff, we're here on Rukus Avenue Radio.
That's amazing. No, we're very honored to have you and present you for our Artist Spotlight.
Thank you.
So tell me what inspired your journey. Like, where did music begin from you when you were little? Just talk about that first.
So the first memory I have, at least as far as hip hop music, we used to live in this city called Upland. And then I'm one of 4 siblings. Okay. So I'm the middle technically. It's my big brother, my sister, then me, and my little brother.
You're the spoiled one. You're the middle child.
I guess so. That's what everyone says. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm that spoiled. I think I kind of forced myself to be spoiled. Let's put it that way.
All right.
So we moved to a house in Pomona, which is where I grew up. I just recently moved out of there. And my mom I used to have sticky fingers as a kid, Go to the store, I'd be picking up everything for no reason.
Start touching things.
Yeah, and I was like, I want this. I don't come from the most well-off family, so we couldn't. So my mom was like, you stay home. What do you want from the store? I'm going to go grab it. So I don't know if you remember, these whole cans came out, like the big styrofoam ones. Yeah. I was like, either get me those or get me a CD player. Okay. My parents used to always listen to Bollywood music and stuff.
Right.
I think we put the radio on a few times and I turned to Power 106 and stuff and I heard some stuff. But that's what it was actually. So
that was the go-to R&B station and hip hop is just power.
Yeah, that 93.5.
Okay. All right. For me, it was 97.1.
There you go.
And then it was also Ryan's Roses on Kiss FM because that was always hilarious to me.
I remember they came back with a Walkman. It was a little blue thing. It had I think it had a cassette player too, but it had the radio on it. Mm-hmm. Put the headphones on. I think the first station it was on was Power 106.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And then I heard Busta Rhymes and Mariah Carey, the Baby If You Give It To Me, and I just loved it. So then from there, I don't know that, and then I always liked the hip hop music from there. For what I can remember, so I was probably maybe 5 years old, 4 or 5.
Really?
And I remember I used to tell my siblings I'm gonna be a rapper too. And Imagine like nowadays actually see it came to fruition. Fruition.
No,
yeah.
I believe kids know. Like I have this theory that because kids are so pure and you're still connected to the divine, you're not like plagued with society and these inhibitions and fears. Like you don't see like 5-year-olds being scared to like dance in public and do all these things that adults kind of learn. Be like, oh, I can't do that in public. Or like, what are people gonna think? You know?
Right. That's what it is. Maybe that is what it is. I don't know. Then like. It was ran by like African American culture in a sense.
Okay.
Then Eminem.
Right.
I discovered Eminem. I was like, oh, what? I could do this. That's fine. I don't need to be black to do this. Like.
Right.
And then I remember like one time my big brother challenged me to like a rap battle.
Okay.
Which is funny. I think I won. We didn't even do it. I think he saw my stuff written down and didn't even want to test it. Like, so and I was like younger than him too, 4 years. So. From there, I just loved it, but always been into it. And like I said, after I didn't really get to actually start recording stuff until after high school.
I mean, because recording's not cheap, by the way, audiences. Yeah. It takes a lot of money to get into music, and not just the financial support it takes to get yourself in the studio, to find a good audio engineer, a good team that wants to back you up, but also the family support, like. You know, straight your parents can be like, "Munda ki karne ja raha hai?" Like, you know,
exactly.
Like, what's he doing?
I get that till this day.
You do, really? So how are your parents? Are they supportive now? Or?
You know what? So I opened up for Ali Zafar Pakistani Day. That was the first time my parents ever seen me perform.
Really?
Yeah. And
wow.
It was maybe like 7,000 people from what I'm hearing.
I saw that it was a Mela in Irvine that happened. Yeah,
so,
I have a friend that was there at that event.
Yeah, a lot of people were gassing me up. So my parents saw it, and my parents were backstage, and my dad's like, "Yep, that's my son." I'm like, "Yo, that's cool." Yeah. So then I just did. So they've seen me do it a little bit, and they've obviously seen me like on the journey. It's nothing I've ever hidden from them.
Right.
But you know, at the same time, I have to stay responsible. So I think it was like kind of they wanted to be mad, but I was still like doing what I need to do. So they couldn't really be too mad in a sense. That's the way I want to see it. So then from there, that's when when I transitioned to making more Punjabi music. That's when I kind of like started being more open with it to them, because they don't understand like the
English rap.
Yeah, they understand. I'm not saying my parents don't speak English. They understand it, but they don't understand like the
connection to the urban culture.
Yeah, it's a little different, right? So it's been fun. I just did a fashion show in Artesia on Saturday.
For the South Asian Fashion Week or the LA Fashion Week?
LA India Fashion Week, yeah.
Were you sporting bridal gear?
No, not yet. Imagine. Hold on. Pause.
No, because most of the Indian fashion show is like legit. It's bridal outfits. And I'm
it was.
Why is a fashion show every year for that once in a lifetime event? Like, why is it not more like street or urban or like ethnic wear that we can wear like to events?
This one actually was like, they had like 4 different designers, I want to say. And it was like actually different. And maybe only one of them was like bridal wear.
Oh, perfect.
It was actually pretty cool. And then there's the actual, so that one they just in Artesia there's like a city fair, like a diversity fair. So they just became a part of it. Like they just decided to join onto it. The actual LA India Fashion Week fashion shows on Sunday.
Gotcha.
Imagine Sheraton Cerritos if you want to see me perform.
He's plugging in his next public scene.
But so I'll be doing that one. That one I'm looking forward to. I think that was gonna be like more jewelry like oriented. So that should be pretty fun.
So a little background about myself: I was Miss India USA 2013 and Miss India Southern California 2012. Really? So I'm really well versed with these fashion shows and everything, and that's why I have some background information on this. All right. So what inspired your journey? I know we talked about like urban music, and we talked about listening to radio, and your parents maybe listening to like mostly Bollywood stuff. So did you ever connect with the Indian Bollywood or like classical ghazals or anything music-wise?
All day. I still listen to them. You know, Qawwalis I love them.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Indian musician?
Indian? I don't really have a favorite. You know what I'm saying? I listen to everything. So I don't have a favorite anything to put out there. Like I don't have a favorite color, nothing. I think it's hard to choose a favorite. I feel like there's so much good stuff. You can't choose a favorite. That's the way I am. Like,
I mean, look, I'm not even gonna lie. I looked up your Instagram and I saw you do a cover of Diljit. So maybe he's a little bit of your current favorite, or like you like the vibe that he has in music wise.
I've done Diljit, AP Dylan, you know, Brown Money.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Sidhu Moosewala. Yeah. So a bunch. Actually, that's why I started doing a lot more Punjabi music. I started doing like these, like, you know, prime COVID time. Trying to make use of my time. I started doing like these little freestyle remixes on TikTok and in Punjabi and stuff, and then they kind of
it went viral
a little bit.
No, that's awesome,
crazy,
because
I
feel like your parents or our parents' generation can understand the urban culture mixing into our ethnic roots, and it comes out in the sound where you have like the nice beats of the dhol or like the tabla, or even having the flute as a background instrumental, and people are learning to, you know, play the harmonium again. I remember like growing up, a lot of Desis would kind of alienate themselves from the Desi sound because they felt like it was an undercover thing, or I can't share this in front of my American friends. I remember I used to listen to Raghav and Jay Sean growing up, in middle school, right?
All the time.
Every brown girl knows what I'm talking about. So I remember the time where MySpace music was a thing. And this is like aging us. But anyway, that's where it all started out. Before YouTube and all that music kind of like proliferated, it was all like urban rap battles. It was all underground stuff. Right. And I remember one of my American friends at school saw me listening to an artist who was Daisy. And they started making fun of it, like, oh, what's that sound in the background? I'm like, hold up. Do you know how many rap songs right now are like remixed with Bhangra beats and old 60s, 70s songs like remixed into it as like an underlying tone? I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, we should accept ourselves regardless of when other people catch on.
Straight up. And I think that's like, imagine that's why my name is Waqqas. Like, that's actually my real name. It's my middle name technically though, but my parents gave it to me. And I grew up with the whole people trying to make fun of my name, I guess you could say, because it never really fazed me. But like that's why I stuck with it. Like I think that's part of like the whole reason I chose the name. I was like, one day it'll be a household name. You know?
Absolutely. I think again, like going back to not alienating ourselves from our roots and like owning what we are, who we are. Because you look at people in Europe or like other Asian countries. They say their name straight up. They don't Americanize it like, my name is Waqqas. No, your name is Waqqas. And you say it with the proper accent so that people learn. And the best way to teach people about your culture is by repping it, right? Instead of history books and all that stuff.
Yeah. I can care less. You can try butchering my name all you want. I mean, you know.
Right. No, I appreciate that. So let's talk about being raised with the South Asian influence. We talked about Punjabi music, Bollywood music. What specific artists, like the sounds or the way they created things, what inspired you that way?
Like as far as just South Asian influence?
Yes.
Dang. So my dad used to listen to like Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan a lot.
Right.
Which was always great. Ataullah Khan. I don't know if y'all know who that is. You know what I'm saying? And then like just the classic like Bollywood movie singers like Sonu Nigam and all them people.
Of course.
You know, I don't know all their names. I just know the songs. Arijit Singh is pretty great.
Right.
I think he kind of popped off like when I was a little bit older anyway though. But
when you start appreciating like nuances in music so, and like, not just what's popular.
And then like there's different notes and stuff they hit. Like it's just crazy. So, I mean, I can't sing auto-tune, thank you. But I'm trying. So
no, that's all good. I'm a singer, so a little background information about myself. I was on American Idol, X Factor, The Voice. Dang. So it's like my inspirations, like you said, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Celine Dion's, the girls that can sing, not just sing. All right.
Straight up.
So because there's a lot of girls that like need a mic or like instruments to sing, and I'm like, nah, you should be able to like stand out in a crowd with your craft by itself.
Just come out singing. Just come out singing.
Exactly. All right, so let's talk about what new music you have and what listeners can expect. What's going on with you?
My most recent drop is Independent with Happy Singh. One of my favorite joints, actually. It's pretty dope. That one's like a little more for my independent brown queens, you know what I'm saying? So if you haven't checked that one out. Other than that, I got a couple singles lined up. Okay. Just trying to plan them out right, you know, trying to do them right. A lot of it's going to be more Punjabi and English mix. I can't do full Punjabi. My music, my actual family language is different. Like it's like a mix of like it's like a villager language in a sense, right? You can call it. It's
called
a
dialect.
Hinko.
Yeah, it's a dialect. So you have like like similar. I think because it was known as an Indian subcontinent, and you know colonizers came and divided us. So there became different dialects of the common language based on like what exact pind or like the village that you come from.
Right. So I mean, and I kind of. In a sense, taught myself like Punjabi and Urdu and like Hindi just by like
your parents didn't like teach it to you when you were little, or were you
not like straight up like?
Oh really?
Yeah. No, it really came. I probably learned more Punjabi than anything from listening to Punjabi music.
Really? Wow.
Straight up.
Okay. No, so, my parents. I joke about this a lot when I used to come home with my brother, and then at home English wasn't allowed, right? So it was like the door closes and you are forced to speak Bengali or Hindi, and that's it. Yeah. So if my brother would be like, man, we're so hungry and blah blah blah, my mom would be like, aapne kuch suna hai? So it really forced us to respect language. And I see like how beneficial that is, and what like how large of an asset it is to be able to rep your own community and converse with someone beyond just one language.
Exactly. I mean, and then you know what, like it's like you said though, I get the whole like when we grow up in America, the whole like sometimes you don't want to be different, like you want to kind of forget that you speak another language, you'd rather fit in and stuff. But I don't know, like I'm glad I can speak my language still. Imagine, like, it's great.
I like I said, it's such a big asset because now I see a lot of like Desi people who are actors, and now they're like, oh, I can get paid more if I speak more languages. Well, you shouldn't have to do it because you're getting paid. You should do it because you want to pass that on to your future generations and, like, of course, be proud of where you come from.
Straight
and
up.
Also, so you can talk crap about people behind their back. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
At the nail salons and everywhere else, you're just talking smack about stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
I pick up on all those languages. That's why I learned Spanish.
So, how did you pick up Spanish for your music? Tell us about that. Where did the Spanish influence come from?
I grew up in Pomona, which is like a pretty Hispanic city, like run by Hispanics, and like my neighbors were all Hispanic. So it really came from me just wanting to make sure they weren't talking shit. I don't want to cuss on here, but like that's what it was.
I mean, certain words are fine. That's fine.
So I was like, I always wanted to know what they would say because I know they try to be nice. You know what I'm saying, so but you could tell when somebody's talking some mess, and then I don't know, I just didn't like it. You
can tell in the tone.
So I just wanted to know. I had a bunch of like Hispanic friends. They taught me a little bit. I took all 4 years in high school. And I think I just loved the culture a lot. That's what it was. So, and everyone thought I was Hispanic growing up. A lot of people thought I was Mexican. Yeah. And I still get it to this day that I look Mexican. So then the thing is, like, right, like I felt weird, even though I'm not Hispanic, but I still felt weird, like when somebody would speak Spanish to me and I wouldn't be able to respond to them. So like, you know what?
It's just a basic respect. Yeah.
In a sense, there it is. It's the respect level.
We live in Los Angeles, by the way, which is a Spanish name.
Right.
A part of old Mexico, and then it became part of the United States. But there's a reason why Spanish is a second language here, especially in California. And it's important because it's embedded in our food culture, our music culture.
Right.
Just growing up in LA and understanding just the Spanish culture and how it imbibes in fashion and entertainment, and it's kind of like taking over pop culture too.
Straight up, yeah. I mean, it's just good to know, and it's another skill to have. Like, why not? Why limit yourself?
Right. No, I get that. I used to get that a lot in like high school because every time people would be like, "What are you mixed with?"
Word?
Yeah. What are you mixed with? And I'm just like, nothing. Like, I'm Indian. They're like, no, you're probably like Samoan or Thai or Latina or like just mixed or Hawaiian. And I was like, no, I'm like Indian, because they have like this preconceived notion that Indian people look and sound a certain way.
Yeah, you gotta talk like this, buddy.
Yeah. So how was it for you trying to break those barriers of what Indian music or Desi music should sound like, or what Pakistani musicians should look and sound like?
Kind of weird. Like growing up, so I didn't really grow up around any Desi people. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like all my friends and family, imagine, but like my family, shoot. My friends were mainly like black and Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? Like a few Asian people and stuff, and some white friends. Like it was always just a mix. I didn't really grow up in a Desi community, so I didn't really know any growing up. And they always used to hate me, like automatic, just seeing me. Like I remember I used to be seen. I actually had this story of my mom when I was younger, apparently a baby. Some lady came over to my house. That's my mom, whose Chinese baby that was. She was talking to me. So
what?
I don't know. My sister and them tell me all the time. I mean, obviously I don't remember. But like, so I never really fit in a sense. I don't care to fit in anyway. So I think getting older, as I got older, I kind of made more Desi friends through, I don't even know how we met them, but just met some.
Yeah.
And then even then, like I'll still
through
meet
music,
them,
right? Because you were able to connect.
Not even just music. It was more, some of them through music, and then some was just like through my brother-in-law, my cousins and stuff, like family, friends. Like, once you're part of the weddings and stuff, you kind of meet everyone in the community, and it's like,
here we go. It's wedding season twice a year now.
Yeah, so like, just from there, and then, I could dance a little bit. I got some Bangla steps, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome. So are we going to see that? Are we going to see those dance steps in the next music video coming up, or what do you have lined up?
Hopefully, maybe I got one that has like a little doll beat into it. So maybe I'll throw a little bit of dance moves in there.
Let's hear something from your new snippet. Let's give us a sneak peek.
Let me see.
Putting you on the spot right here. Sorry.
That's fine. Imagine I need the auto-tune. I'm just kidding. This is probably my next one. It goes like this. Kade kade aandi teri yaad soniye, dil da ki kita mera haal soniye. Thought it was forever, tere naal soniye. Tere piche kinne lage mere saal soniye. I don't need you now. Baby girl, the sun's come out. I'm better off without you now.
All right.
Nice.
You know what
I'm saying? I'm not trying to break the mic.
No, I like it. No, sometimes like when I sing, and one time I did an interview for Zoom, and I was hitting the high notes. And I was
let me hear you sing. Actually,
that's
what you gotta do. First of all, you put me on blast.
All right, awesome.
Come on, girl. Maybe give me some tips.
Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me. When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Dang. Yeah, definitely killed me off the mic.
Oh, no,
I'll leave.
So anyway, I was doing an interview and I did like this high note. I was like, oh my God, I killed it.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, when you hit the high notes, the audio turned off. And I was like, so these are the things that musicians have to face. But anyway, while we're going to wrap this up, Waqqas, tell us what Rukus Avenue Radio fans can expect from you next. We talked about some upcoming music videos and you dropped a couple of beats. So what else is up for you?
Just more movement. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it pushing. That's all it is. Hopefully some more, interviews. Maybe you see me on TV one day. You never know.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a little actor on the side. But yeah, just a bunch of more music and stuff and just a lot more. Like I think probably planning like a India tour, maybe Pakistan or something like that.
Oh, nice. Trying to do the AP Dillon route.
Yeah, of course. So we'll see what's going on. Just kind of keep it pushing, kind of make those little connections and go from there.
All right, perfect. Tell us where our fans can find you online. So pull in all of your social media plugs for us.
All social media is at Waqqas ENT. Waqqas ENT. Waqqas Entertainment. So anything. TikTok, Instagram, MySpace, AIM Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, Facebook.
He's everywhere, guys.
I'm just kidding. But
all right.
Yep, at Waqqas ENT.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Waqqas, for coming on this show and having us showcase you for our artist spotlight. So, Rukus Avenue Radio listeners, this is Priyadarshini G. Roy, your radio correspondent, signing off with Waqqas. Until next time.
Rukus Avenue Radio.